There are several components that are necessary in order for a computer to operate like we are used to. These parts are generally invisible to us as they are located in the casing of the computer, and for the most part we take their existence for granted. This presentation seeks to familiarize you with the main components that make a computer operate and perform the functions we need. At the heart of the computer is the Central Processing Unit, or CPU. The CPU is responsible for carrying out the operations or instructions that a program requires. CPUs used to take up entire rooms, but with the invention of the microchip, they were able to be placed in what we now refer to as the personal computer. The CPU is responsible for finding, decoding, and executing the instructions supplied by a program, and is therefore the main component in determining the speed of the computer. The speed of a CPU is determined by its clock rate, measured in hertz, which determines the speed at which instructions can be carried out. The motherboard is the hardware that ties all the other components of a computer together. The CPU, memory, hard drive, and all other essential computer components are connected in one way or another to the motherboard. It is the mechanism through which all the different aspects of a computer interact. While a motherboard is more of a connector than a performance device, they do have the potential to fail through overheating. Depending on the power of the CPU and the reliability of the motherboard, different cooling devices can be installed to ensure no physical damage is done to the hardware through normal circumstance. The majority of home or office computers are cooled by airflow, generally facilitated with an internal fan. In some high-performance computers, it is necessary to cool all or certain parts of the computers using cold water. The random access memory, or RAM, in a computer plays a vital role in computer speed and performance. The RAM is essentially the working memory of a computer. In the event that a computer user is working on something, the data involved in that operation exists in the RAM where it can be altered. When certain information is not being used, it is stored in the hard drive. RAM performance is measured by the amount of bytes or bits of information it can hold at once. The more bytes the RAM can hold, the more information a CPU can simultaneously work on. Unlike the RAM, the hard drive is more of a long-term storage. It is the area from which the RAM copies the information that is going to be accessed by the CPU. The hard drive and the RAM are closely related. For example, when you are typing in a Word document, all the information you see on your screen is in the RAM. When you save and close the document, it is transferred to the hard drive, where it is stored until you access that file again. Like RAM, it is measured by the amount of information it holds. In modern computers, hard drives hold several hundred gigabytes of memory at a time. A sound card is a piece of hardware that converts information stored in the hard drive or RAM into an analog signal that can be played through headphones or speakers. The sound serves many obvious purposes in today's computer, from allowing users to listen to music to enabling sounds in video games. Similar to a sound card, a video card accesses encoded information and converts it to graphics that can be consumed by the computer user. Any information being viewed on a computer screen began as a series of binary digits, which was decoded as an output to a monitor by a video card. Sound and video cards can be built into the motherboards or attached to them separately. Like any electronic device, there needs to be a power supply in order for a computer to operate. Power supplies are rated based on the maximum wattage output. Generally, home and work use computers require a power supply with an output of 300 to 350 watts. Users who require more power, such as high-performance gamers, may use a power supply with an output of up to 1400 watts or more. The input devices are the hardware that allow the user to interface with the computer. The most common examples of input devices are the keyboard and mouse. Joysticks, interactive whiteboards, microphones, and other pieces of hardware are also examples of input devices that allow a user to insert information into a computer. Output devices allow a computer to interface with the user. Output devices include speakers, monitors, printers, or any other device that allows information from a computer to be communicated to a user. There are a variety of other hardware devices that can be added to a computer to enhance a user's experience. However, the components discussed in this presentation are essential for the computing experience that we are all used to and take for granted in our society today.